The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Two of the 7 contenders for the Lamar Hunt Trophy are set, and we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air is Herbert. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Drew Tranquil with the pick. Wow, so a conservative play to begin the game, Brock. Not exactly how I imagined they drew that one up.
No, not at all. I can tell you one thing, Kate. If that's how even these shorter, more conservative, easier throws are going to go for them, they're in for a rough contest today.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by Elijah Molden. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. One of the tight ends in motion left. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Headed out right. Maybe some nerves. It's an interception on his first pass. And the Chargers are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
Here's a give up the middle. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Herbert from the gun. Completes this one to Otten. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That one hits for 30. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's trying to go deep again. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, LA. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
To go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught out left. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tuipulotu in for the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
So no return on that punt. And the Chargers take possession. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this one doesn't go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Back to the well again. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's got Harris. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Hand off to the back. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. It's inside the 10. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that 6th sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw it this time. This one's taken in by Otten. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Harris. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chargers take a 13-0 lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tackle made by Elijah Molden. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw Mahomes. He throws a bullet to this. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Juke the defender. And the Chargers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Got his target, it's Otten. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it brings up an LA first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Moves later downs to approach here from the 40. Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Plowing up the middle. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chargers with the football. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. Play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Slot man in motion right. Now Herbert again. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers both racing them to the halftime locker room. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
It's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Brings in the kick at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Stopped by Deion Henley. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get, it's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Man in motion here. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
The pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. First and 10 now from the 30. Right up the gut. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Here's Herbert, first and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
They motion the tight end over. They'll run now on second down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the gun on 3rd, it's Herbert. Taken in by Harris. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Lone back gets the handoff. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 3 now. Motioning him from the slot right. This is Harris on second down. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Herbert now, blitz coming. Gets this one to Harris. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert from the gun. Completes this one to Otten. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chargers will have a first.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles, will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. I'll tell you what. These tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
From the red zone now. Gets this to McConkey. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers continue piling onto this lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Play action, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Back to throw, Mahomes. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They send a man in motion. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's Charger ball. The Bolts just 1 quarter away from advancing in the postseason. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's the long back on the handoff. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Another carry for him. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
First down, and they go right back to him. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 3rd of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the play, and now they've got 4th down and 6. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Brown's kick is up and good. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now a give right side to Mitchell. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Again, this is Mitchell. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chiefs just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. Third down coming. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, hard to come by in this league.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Mahomes to throw for it. Trying to push it deep downfield. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And they were the top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was always the expectation that they'd advance through to the divisional round. And next week, they're going to be right back here playing for a spot in that conference championship. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.